युहुन्तः प्रविश्योमवाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाविवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। 75 श्रान्तं स्वान्तं च बाह्यव्यवहृतिभिरिदं ताः समाकृष्य सर्वाः तत्तत्संस्कारयुक्तम् युगरमतिपरावृत्तमिच्छन्निदानम् स्वाप्नान् संस्कारजातप्रजनितविषयान् स्वाप्नदेहेषु भूतान् प्रोज्झान्तः प्रत्यगात्मप्रवणमिदमगात् भूरि विश्राममस्मिन्। स्वप्ने भोगः सुखादेहे भवति ननु कुतः साधने मूर्च्छमाने स्वाप्नं देहान्तरं तद्व्यवहृति कुशलं नव्यमुत्पद्यते चेत् तत्सामग्र्या अभावात् कुत इदमुदितं तद्धि साङ्कल्पिकं चेत् तत्किं स्वाप्ने रतान्ते वपुषि निपतिते दृश्यते शुक्रमोक्षः। भीत्यारोदित्यनेन प्रवदति हसति श्लाघते नूनमस्मात् स्वप्नेऽप्यङ्गेऽनुबन्धम् त्यजति न सहसा मूर्च्छितेऽप्यन्तरात्मा। पूर्वं येऽनुभूताः तनुयुवति हयव्याघ्रदेशादयोऽर्थाः तत्संस्कारस्वरूपात् सजति पुनरमून् श्रुत्य संस्कारदेहम्। सन्धौ जाग्रत्सुषुप्त्योः अनुभवविदिता स्वाप्न्यवस्था द्वितीया तत्रात्मज्योतिरास्ते पुरुषैः समाकृष्य सर्वेन्द्रियाणि संवेश्य स्थूलदेहम् समुचितशयने स्वीयभासान्तरात्मा पश्यन् संस्काररूपान् अभिमतविषयान् याति कुत्रापि तद्वत्। रक्षन् प्राणैः कुलायं निजशयनगतं श्वासमात्रावशेषैः मा भूत् तत्प्रेतकल्पाकृतिकमिति पुनः सारमेयादिभक्ष्यम्। स्वप्ने स्वीयप्रभावात् सृजति हयरथान् निम्नगाः पल्वलानि क्रीडास्थानान्यनेकान्यपि सुहृदबला पुत्रमित्रानुकारान्। So we saw that this verse is based on Brihadaranyaka Shruti, and the verse which we are going to take up, verse 80, is also based on that. And in fact, you will see that these two verses are connected verses. So as I chant this verse, I'll provide you the link. So we have to bring in a verb from the previous verse to this verse in order to understand. Such compositions are quite common. So in fact, even Raghuvamsa will find some 3-4 verses having so one and the same verb. So they will be like this. Okay, let us read the verse. Matangavyaghradasyu
Matangavyaghradasyu Matangavyaghradasyu
Dvishaduragakapin
Vishaduragakapine Vishaduragakapine
Kutrachit preyasibhihi
Kutrachit preyasibhihi Kutrachit preyasibhihi
Kridannaste hasanva
Kridannaste hasanva Kridannaste hasanva
Viharati kuhachit
Viharati kuhachit Viharati kuhachit
Mrishtamashnati channam
Mrishtamashnati channam Mrishtamashnati channam
Mlechatvam praptavanasmyahamiti kuhachit
Mlechatvam praptavanasmyahamiti kuhachit
Mlechatvam praptavanasmyahamiti kuhachit Shankitasviyalokat
Shankitasviyalokat
Shankitasviyalokat Aste vyagradibhitya
Aste vyagradibhitya Aste vyagradibhitya
Prachalati kuhachit
Prachalati kuhachit Prachalati kuhachit
Roditi grasyamanaha
Roditi grasyamanaha
Roditi grasyamanaha Matangavyaghradasyu dvishaduragakapin. I'll very quickly tell the meaning and then we will discuss in greater detail little later. Matangavyaghradasyu dvishaduragakapin. So this is one samastapada. So he is listing several entities here. So all of them should be clubbed with Srijati, that is available in the third quarter of the previous verse. Sviye swapne sviya prabhavat srijati. So the last quarter he said Suhridabala putra mitranukaran, then it just continues. Matangavyaghradasyu dvishaduragakapin. Then Kutrachit preyasibhihi kridannaste hasanva viharati kuhachid. So we find the word kutrachit kuhachit employed. This kutrachit kuhachit, they essentially mean one and the same thing. I'll tell the grammatical construction of this little later. So kuhachit, the word kuha is something which is a very interesting word. We find this appearing in Veda. So this kutrachit is the prayoga that you will find mostly in classical literature. See, we find even this Nasadiya Sutta, Naiveha kinchanagrasin mrityu, no, not that. Kuhakasya sharman is the usage that you find in this Nasadiya Sutta. See, Kuhakasya sharman. See, Kuha is the word. So that same Kuha. So we will see how it comes about little later. Kuhachit mrishtamashnati channam lechatvam praptavanasmyahamiti. Kuhachit, once again he uses. So all this kuhachit means kutrachit. So we will see how it comes about. And this description that we find in here is based upon a mantra which is there in Brihadaranyaka. Swapnanta uccha vachamiyamanaha रूपाणि देवः कुरुते बहूनि उतेव स्त्रीभिः सह मोदमानः. So this is the description that you find in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. This Swapnanta Uccha, where does it appear? I think it is there, just following this. See, so this is 14, 4.3.14. Or no, it is 13 only. Swapnanta Uccha Vachamiyamano Rupani Devah Kurute Bahuni Uteva Stribhis Saha Modamano Jakshaduteva Bhayani Pashyan. This is the mantra. So 13. So in that context, 4.3.13. So there you find Uchavacham Iyamanaha. It means he swings between various states. So higher states, lower states, and so on and so forth. Stribhihi saha modamanaha jakshat ute bhayani pashyan. This is another phrase that we find. So keeping all this in mind, Acharya here describes कुहचित् शङ्कितः स्वीयलोकात् आस्ते व्याघ्रादिभीत्या कुहचित् रोदिति ग्रस्यमानः. So it is basically a description of the various scenes that he is able to see through his vasana in Swapna. So that is the essential description. Now we will get into the details. The first letter that you find here, first word, Matanga. So, Matanga means elephant. Okay. So Matanga is also elephant. Matanga, how do you understand the word? So it is a word which can be derived from the parts of it. Matam gacchati iti matangaha. Okay, so this is how you can understand the word. Matam gacchati iti matangaha means, so it just moves as it likes. Okay. Matam gacchati iti matangaha. Okay. So this elephant sanchara is something which can be described as matam gacchati iti matangaha. So matanga eva matangaha. So that is how the word matanga comes. Matanga vyaghra dasyu. So vyaghra dasyuhu. So vyaghra refers to tiger. So he is just listing a few animals. Matanga vyaghra. Then the third word that you find here, dasyuhu. Dasyuhu means decoy. Okay, choraha. Then dvishat, one who is a shatru for you. Okay, dvishat. So dvishan. Okay. Dvishat. Then you find uraga. Uragaha refers to snake. Uram gacchati, urasa gacchati. Uraha means the chest portion. Okay, so it just keeps on moving through that, and therefore urasa gacchati iti uragaha. Okay, so we find uraga. Then he lists the next word, kapin. So all of them have been put together as one samastapada. Matanga vyaghradasya duraga kapin srijati. So this kapihi, kapi, kapayaha, kapim, kapi, kapin. So this is Dvitiya Bahuvachana. So first you have to form the compound as Matanga Vyaghradasya Dvisha Duraga Kapayaha Tan. So that is how the word is derived. Tan Srijati. Srijati is creation. The object of creation is all this. Then he says कुत्रचित् प्रेयसीभिः प्रेयसीभिः what is preyasi?
Priya.
From priya it comes, correct. From priya we have this iyasun pratyaya. Okay.
Shreyas preyasiti.
Shreyaha preyaha.
Preya.
So Shreyas is the Shabda. So there Shreyaha, so we had earlier discussed this, see, Prasasya Shra. Prasasya Shraha. So that is the Sutra.
Prasasya Shraha.
Prasasya Shraha. So that is the Sutra. Anyway, now this is actually Dvivachana Vibhaktyopapadyoho Tarabhiyasunau. That is another Sutra. Atishayane Tamabishtanau Dvivachana Vibhaktyopapadyoho Tarabhiyasunau. So Iyasun is the suffix. So when Iyasun comes, this Priya becomes Pra. So and then we have Preyas. And Strilinga will have Preyasi. So what does it mean? See, it can refer to entities, it can refer to qualities. So here it refers to the quality. Priya means someone which is dear. Okay, the dearness that you associate. So that Preyasi bhihi. So Preyasi is someone who is far more dear to me. Okay. So Preyasi bhihi kridan aste. So this person keeps marrying with. Preyasi bhihi kridan aste. Kridan aste. He just keeps marrying with people. Then we have another description. Kuhachit hasan va viharati. Kuhachit hasan va viharati. So this kuhachit, so I wanted to spend a few minutes on that. So how do we understand? Because this word kuha is used in different senses. So I will give you a set of verses. So I was quite thrilled to read some section of Ramayana in this context. Anyway, we will come back to that little later. But right now, I wanted to explain the formation of the word kuha. Kuha is a word which is derived from kim and the suffix kim. Okay. So in fact, putra is also derived from that only. Okay. So the sutra is Saptamyaha Tral. This is the sutra. Saptamyaha Tral. What does it mean? The word Tral is a suffix and Kutra is derived from this Shabda. So we have Kim and then that transforms to Ka and then there is a Tral suffix and that will transform to Ku and therefore Kutra, you will get Kutra. What does it mean? It essentially means where. So it is, in that sense it is used. So this Kutra, we can easily sense that the suffix is Tra there. Here, similarly, you find Kuha. There, Saptamyaha Tral essentially means, so the meaning which is supposed to be given by the seventh case suffix is provided by this. Okay. So if you look at this grammar thing, so they will give a suffix for each and every case, and Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana, all that will happen. Okay. So just Ammauchas, Tabhramdis, Nibhramdis, Nasibhramdis, Nasosam, Ni. Okay, Ni is the suffix, and this Ni suffix which gives the seventh case singular, so this is replaced by Ha. Okay, so this is how we have to understand. Now we have the word Kuha. And this Kuha, in fact, there is a sutra which Panini gives. Chandasi. In fact, the word Chandasi appears there straight away. Vahacha Chandasi. This is the third sutra from Saptamyastral. So in the Saptami Vibhakti, whatever pratyaya, so that is replaced by Thral. And here sometimes Chandasi means in Veda. So in the Vedic corpus, you will find Ha employed in order to give the meaning of Saptami Vibhakti. Okay? So this Kuhachit is used in that sense. Kutrachit. So that is the meaning of Kuhachit. Okay? So Kutra, Kutaha, sometimes At is used. So there are various things which give this meaning. Okay? So this is how this, in fact, here both are replaced. The base Kim is replaced. Okay? So Kutiho is the sutra. The base Kim is replaced with Ku and the suffix is replaced with Ha. Okay? So this is how we have Kuhachit. Okay. Kuhachit mrishtamashnati cha annam. Mrishtam annam ashnati. This is what he says. Mrishtam annam ashnati. So mrishtam is an adjective which is used for annam. What does mrishtam mean? Most of you would have heard mishta. So tapan. So tapan is in Rishikesh. So every next shop will be Mishthanna Bhandar. Okay. So Mishthanna means sweet Bhandar. Okay. So there is Dinesh also knows. Mishthanna Bhandar. So they will put Mishthanna Bhandar means okay, it is a storehouse. Okay, reservoir of variety of sweets. So that is Mishta. Here what we find is Mrishta. Okay. So Mrishta and Mishta we have to separate it out. Mishta has various meanings. And one of the meaning that this word Mishta has, so as I was trying to find out, it means Madhura Rasaha. Okay. So the food which has the taste of Madhuryam, so therefore you use the word Mishta. That is how it comes. This is one, in some koshas it is available. Now here what we find is Mrishtamannam. Mrishtam, so essentially comes from Mrij Dhatu. Mrij means Shuddhau. Mrija Shuddhau. Shuddham annam. So this is what we need to understand. So Shodhitam annam, Shuddham annam. So this is how the word Mrishta has to be understood. Okay. So you better repeat now that Mrishtam. So this Marshti Mrishtaha Mrijanti.
Marshti Mrishtaha
Mrijanti. This is how the Dhatu, Mrij Dhatu, Marshti
Mrishtaha
Mrijanti. Okay. Then Markshi Mrishtaha Mrishtha. Then we have Marjmi Mrijvaha Mrijmaha. See, in my childhood I remember, see, then sometimes once in a while I may sort of revolt. My father used to say, hey, so this is how you have to repeat the dhatu, and then the dhatu rupa he will say. I will generally say, and if you say, so when you are just 7 years, 8 years, 9 years old, it just tadak gets into your mind and lodged it forever. But if you repeat 20 times now, even then you may not get. So that is the advantage of learning this dhatu. So we just do the kantapatha of various lakaras. So that will be extremely useful later. Anyway, so here this marshti, this mrij dhatu, so it appears in fact in two ganas. So this one which I was saying is appearing in adadi gana. The same word, so we use the word sammarjani. Okay, so marjayati. So the same mrij dhatu appears in another gana where this cleansing, purifying, etc. is one meaning. The other meaning it also has is decorating. In fact, by cleaning itself, so it becomes a decorative process. In fact, if you can clean your heart, there cannot be a greater ornament than that. In fact, that is why, let me just tell you, there is a beautiful verse in Niti Shadaka. So he finally says, Sheelam Param Bhushanam. All other Bhushanas just go away. Okay? Sheelam Param Bhushanam, ultimately. So that is why this Marjanam, this Sheelam is basically cleansing oneself. So this there it appears in the other Gana. See, so there it is Marjayati, Marjayataha, Marjayanti. So Marjayasi, Marjayataha, Marjayasi. Marjayami, Marjayavaha, Marjayamaha. That appears in Churadi Gana. There it has two meanings. One is purifying, the other is decorating. Both meanings. So this Mrijidhatu appears in two senses. Here, Mrishtamannam, when you say, so it is Karmanik Tapratyaya. So I was just thinking of this. Do we take it as something which is pure or decorative? Nowadays, if the sweet is pure, that is not sufficient. It also should appear in a very decorative manner. Understand? So this Mrishtamannam can be understood as, see, not only it should, the display should be beautiful, the box in which it is packed, everything has to be beautiful. So this Mrishtam can be understood as both Shuddha and Alankrita. Okay? So there is Mrishtamannam. If you just take this Churadigana, so you can add two meanings to the word Mrishta. Okay? So this Karmanik Tapratyaya, that which is purified, okay, by a certain process, all that has gone in is pure, and that which has been beautifully decorated. So if you go to some Bengali shops, so they will look very beautiful. So that Mrishtamannam Ashnati. So this person in his Swapna, if you cannot get. In fact, today morning, I wanted to say, see, it just happened that when I woke up today, I had this feeling. I didn't know that I'm going to teach this verse anyway. But then I had this feeling when I woke up. So this is Swapna. So someone, I will not mention who, someone in the class as a participant. So almost it was 5 o'clock or 5:30, something like that. When I woke up, I had this dream. So there is a Mrishtamannam which is specially prepared for me. And that lady is in a big mansion. Okay. So she is wearing some Madisaru also, some traditional dress. And the other thing that I had in my mind was, that was very strange. So this was the Swapna today I had. I didn't even think that I may be sharing here. But anyway, this is what happened. So 5:30 when I was waking up, so she specially invites me to a room. And in that room, I find that she is preparing this food in the traditional chula also. Okay, the traditional chula, one is okay, that the firewood etc. are burning, and then some very nice preparation. So that she says, this is for Shishta, I am preparing some Mishta. Okay, so this is what she was saying and inviting to a special room, and I was eating. Then after a few minutes she comes out, and there is second kitchen where she prepares for other people, and then in the traditional way along the table she serves. So this was the Swapana that I had today morning. It was a very strange coincidence. Anyway, so Mrishtam Ashnati Channam. So this was a real experience today morning. Okay, I didn't know that this verse will have this. Kuhachit Mrishtam Ashnati Channam Mlechatvam Praptavanasmi. This is another thing. See, in the mantra that I said, Uchavacham iyamanaha means he moves up and down, swings. This avacham iyamanaha he is describing in the later part of the verse. You understand? Ucham iyamanaha means he is in exalted state, he is very happy, so he enjoys various things and so on. This was the description that we found till now, right? So kutrachit preyasibihi kridan naste hasanva viharati, with his own friends he is just marrying, talking and so on and so forth. Mrishtam ashnati cha annam, so all that is available. Okay, so you can discuss with your friends, keep eating whatever you want. Some big buffet, all that happened. Now he is saying Mlechatvam praptavanasmyaham iti kuhachit. Kutrachit, somewhere else he moves. And then he feels suddenly Mlechatvam praptavanasmi. This Mlechatvam praptavanasmi. So this word also has to be carefully understood. Mlecha is used in 2-3 senses. If you look at this Vyakarana, they will say, one of the standard phrases that people quote is Namlechitavai napabhashitavai. This is what they say. Mlechitavai napabhashitavai. In fact, one of the sayings in Mahabhashya is Mlechama bhumetyadhyayam vyakaranam. So they give various reasons as to why you need to study Vyakarana. Okay, every Shastra has a certain defined purpose. Why should you learn this Shastra? They will say. So initially, the main purpose of Vyakaranam is, you should know that this Shabda is Apashabda, this Shabda is Sadhu Shabda. Sadhu Sadhu Shabda Jnanartham Adhyayam Vyakaranam. Okay. I am Sadhu Prayogaha, I am Asadhu Prayogaha. So in order to know that, Adhyayam Vyakaranam. Then there will be other reasons which will be quoted. Rakshoha Gama Laghvasandeha Prayojanam. So this is another thing. And elsewhere, there are several Prayojanas which so Patanjali describes. Okay, almost a dozen Prayojanas he describes at various points. Pradhana Prayojana is one, and these are all Avantara Prayojanas. Okay. So one of them is Mlechama bhumetyadhyayam vyakaranam. In order to not become a Mlecha, one has to study Vyakaranam. What does this mean? Mlecha is Apashabda. Okay, so Apashabda. So this is what we can understand by the term as per the Vyakarana Shastra. So in order to not land into a position where I do not even know that this Shabda is Apashabda, we need to study Vyakarana. This is what it says. Okay, Mlecha Mabhuma. But here that Mlechatvam doesn't fit here. So if you look at Mlechatvam praptavanasmi iti kuhachit shankitasviya lokat. That doubt does not necessarily bother this person too much. And therefore, what we need to understand is, this Mlecha should be understood in a Lakshanika sense, not the direct sense. What do we understand from that? Mlecha, in fact, in some other places, Mlecha is defined by the location in which this person resides. In fact, in some place, I think maybe in Amarkosha somewhere, it is defined like this. The boundaries of the Bharata Desha are defined. So from Himalaya to this place, from this place to this place, anyone who resides beyond this boundary is a Mlecha. So that is how it presents. What does it boil down to? It boils down to the kind of Varnashrama Vyavastha which has been laid down here and followed for hundreds and thousands of years, which has sustained the society, is not available elsewhere, and therefore that place is called Mlecha Desha. Okay, so one who has completely dropped all this, or one who does not have any of these varnashrama vyavastha, there is no discipline. As he wants, he can live. So this is what is meant by mlecha, and that kind of a life. Okay, so I can do whatever I like. I have the power of money. I will finish people. I can build whatever I need. So this does not ultimately give a certain satisfaction to this person, and therefore here he is saying mlechatvam praptavanasmi. I have left out all the norms. Okay, so then there is a certain feeling that he has lost something. So that is what is described. Mlechatvam praptavanasmyaham iti kuhachit shankitas sviya lokat. Sviya lokat shankitaha. So here the word loka should be understood as prajaha, janaha. It does not necessarily refer to the locus as we understand as a bhumi. So sviya lokat, because of this previous thing, what happens? See, if you as a person has not lived a life which is full of character and there is a lot of blemish, so people have started speaking ill of you, then shankita sviya lokat. Shankitaha means so doubted. So this person is doubted for integrity. Okay, sviya lokat, one's own near and near have started doubting this fellow. Okay, so then there cannot be a greater shame and a sense of despondency that this person undergoes. That is why this avacha he is trying to say. Sviya lokat means sviya janat. So those who have been extremely dear to me, those who have been respecting me, so they themselves have started ignoring me. Therefore, he says shankitaha sviya lokat. This is the kind of downside in the swapna that he is trying to describe here. Shankita sviya lokat. And further he says aste vyagradi bhitya. There is also a sense of fear that is. So shankita sviya lokat, what will people do? So in those days they will punish and send him off. Okay, they will drive. If the crime is very serious, so they will drive him out of the society and he has to keep wandering. Aste vyagradi bhitya. So he goes to other places. So he is in exile. So aste vyagradi bhitya. If you have lived in a home, if you are left alone in forest, vyagradi bhitya aste, etc., etc. So what may come and hurt me, I do not know. So he is just living perennially with a sense of deep fear, okay, of even life. Aste vyagradi bhitya. With adi, you can think of various other things, availability of food, this, that, and so on. Aste vyagradi bhitya prachalati kuhachit roditi grasyamanaha. Then he keeps on weeping. So weeping for his own actions, weeping for various other things. Okay, so this is how you can understand the other part of Uchavachamiyamanaha. So this verse, as I was mentioning, there are two successive mantras in Brihadaranyaka. They are called shlokaha. Shlokaha in fact, it starts Tadete shloka bhavanti. In Upanishads, we find shloka. Ete shlokaha bhavanti means even those rishis, they keep quoting. Okay. So in their dialogue, so this is what is being stated by people. So this is in Chandobandha. See, the Chandobandha. So the verse which we saw earlier yesterday, so that had two parts, as I told you. So the first part is Rakshan Prani Kulayam. So for that also I said the first half as a verse. I didn't read that yesterday and the commentary. So this I'll very quickly read that. These two are successive mantras. Pranena rakshan avarankulayam bahishkulajadamrtascharitva Sayyate mrito yatra kamag hiranmayah purusha ekahag saha. So this is the verse corresponding to the earlier half of the previous verse, 79th. Here this verse, the successive verse is Swapnanta Uchavachamiyamanaha. Uchavacha is a phrase, as I was telling. So moving to highs and coming down to lows. Swapnanta Uchavachamiyamanaha Rupani Deva Kurute Bahuni. Bahuni Rupani Kurute means he just creates. As I created in a big mansion a chula for myself and somebody cooking today morning. So that is what it is. Sirupani Deva Kurute Bahuni Uteva Stribhihi Saha Modamanaha Jakshadutevapi Bhayani Pashyan. So he says Kincha Swapnante Swapnasthane Uchavacham. See, Ucha Devadibhavam Avacham Tirjagadibhavam Nikrishtam Taduchavacham. You understand? Ucha Avacha means Nikrishta. Okay, so the kind of suffering and so on. Iyamanaha Gamyamanaha, undergoing this. Okay, Prapnuvan Rupani Devaha. Devaha here refers to this Jyotanavan. So Devaha means Jyotanavan, one who is having Prakasha, which means this Atma Swarupa, Atma Jyotihi. Jyotanavan Kurute Nirvartayati. From where does he do? Vasana Rupani. All of them are made of this vasanas. Bahuni asankheyani udapihi stribhihi saha modamanaha iva jakshadiva hasanniva vayasyaihi utayeva api bhayani bibheti yebhyaha iti. So this bhaya shabda he derives bibheti yebhyaha iti. Okay. So bhayani simhavyagradini pashyanniva. So keeping this in mind, this verse has been here authored. Now one thing which I wanted to share with you was there is a very interesting usage of the word kuha. So I told you the word kuha in Vedic literature so primarily has this meaning of Saptami. Okay, Saptamyastral. In that context, we have the sutra Vahachandasi. So that is how it comes. Okay. Now, in the classical literature, it has picked up slightly different meaning, and one can connect that to this also a little bit. But this should be taken not as derived in that. So I found a very interesting usage in the dialogue between Rama and Jabali in Valmiki Ramayana. It is a very interesting dialogue. Since you people are very keen to know many things, I thought I'll just share this to excite your interest. I was quite, I have heard this in some lectures sometime, but I didn't have an occasion to read Ramayana so fully. So somewhere we would have read here and there and so on. So there is a very interesting usage. I will tell the usage first, then I will build the background and then generate interest in you to read further this Ramayana. Very simple style. So Rama, in his response to Jabali, okay, so the verse goes like this. It is a pair of verses which contains the word kuha. You repeat these two verses. Vanavasam vasanneva.
Vanavasam vasanneva. Vanavasam vasanneva.
Shuchir niyata bhojanaha.
Shuchir niyata bhojana.
Bhojanaha.
Bhojana.
Shuchir niyata bhojanaha.
Shuchir
Niyata bhojana. मूलपुष्पफलैः पुण्यैः मूलपुष्पफलैः पुण्यैः मूलपुष्पफलैः पुण्यैः पितृदेवाश्च तर्पयन् पितृदेवाश्च तर्पयन् पितृदेवाश्च तर्पयन् सन्तुष्टपञ्चवर्गोऽहम् पञ्चवर्गोऽहम् सन्तुष्टपञ्चवर्गोऽहम् लोकयात्रां प्रवाहये लोकयात्रां प्रवाहये लोकयात्रां प्रवाहये अकुहश्रद्दधानश्च
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 अकुहश्रद्दधानः सन् what did I say? Sun, child. अकुहश्रद्दधानः सन्
अकुहश्रद्दधानः सन् अकुहश्रद्दधानः सन्
कार्याकार्यविचक्षणः
कार्यविचक्षणः
कार्याकार्यविचक्षणः. So here Rama clearly tells his mind to Jabali. What was Jabali doing? So this you should know. Have you heard of this? You don't know. Okay. This Jabali is one of the ministers, okay, in the Dasaratha's assembly, one of the senior members in the Dasaratha's assembly. After this pleading which is happening, okay, between Rama and Bharata, suddenly this Jabali enters. Okay? Jabali enters and then he starts saying certain things. So you should know what Jabali says, that is more important. And how Rama sort of beautifully dismisses him. So both are very important. So this final statement has the word akuhaha. So that has nothing to do with the kuha that you find here, because this word have to be clearly understood. This akuhaha means akritrimaha. Akritrimaha means this fellow's thinking, if it is crooked, so you will call him as kritrima. Kritrima has something similar to crook also. Okay, this kritrima means it is just a twisted thinking, crooked thinking. So akuhaha means akritrimaha, the one who is upright, straightforward in thinking. Okay, so Rama declares himself that I would like to be akuhaha. Okay, he also says shraddadhanaha. Shraddadhanaha, we know what is shraddha. Shastrasya guruvakyasya satyabuddhya avadharanam. This is shraddha. I want to live like that. Karya vichakshanaha. So this is how I want to be. So this is the final statement. There are a few more verses. It's a long reply to Jabali. Before seeing this reply, we should know what Jabali says. So that is very interesting. So he starts with this. Okay. Kah kasya purusho bandhuhu किमाप्यं कस्य केनचित् एको हि जायते जन्तुः एक एव विनश्यति. This will look like absolutely flawless thinking and supreme Vedanta. Okay, so you carefully listen this. Kah kasya purusho bandhuhu, who is relative to whom. Okay, kimapyam kasya kenachit, what is to be obtained, for whom, from where. So all that he is saying. Eko hi jayate jantuhu, this creature when it is born all alone. Eka eva vinashyati, it is going to go alone. Eka eva vinashyati. Tasmat, therefore, O Rama, tasman mata pita cheti Rama sajjeta ko naraha. You are talking Piturvachana, Satyavaditvam. I have to make my father a truthful person. I want to be a truthful person. What is all this that you are talking? Okay. Tasman Mata Pita Cheti Rama Sajjeta Konaraha. Sajjeta means who is going to be affected. Okay. Who is the sensible person who will keep talking about all this? Unmatta iva sajñeyaha. Okay, that fellow should be considered as a mad fellow. Unmatta iva sajñeyaha nasti kaschidhi kasyachit. So the other thing is very interesting. He says yatha gramantaram gachan. Okay, so suppose you leave. So particularly in those days, gramantaram gachan. So you move to another village, stay somewhere, wake up the next day and keep moving, right? So will you have any association with the house in which you stayed? Yatha gramantaram gachan narah kaschid bahirvaset. Bahirvaset means you stay somewhere in some chatram. Utsrijya cha tamavasam. Tamavasam utsrijya pratistheta apare ahani. The next day he will move somewhere. Okay. Evameva manushyanam. Similarly, so you just came in association into some womb by some process. Evameva manushyanam pita mata griham vasu. See, pita mata, so people are very comfortable. But griham vasu, they may not be comfortable. You understand? See, griham vasu vittam, I mean, I had some money, it came on its own, it went on its own. Will anybody think like that? It is my hard earned money, etc. You understand? So this should be applicable across. If you want to use this logic, in fact, once I was quite surprised. There is a person who learns Vedanta from my father for several years. He also speaks nicely. He's a good poet, all that. Once all of us went to Tirupati for Tirumala Darshan. We just went as a group of 15 people or something like that. What happened was, so suddenly he realized when we were about to get into the taxi to come down to Tirupati, he realized that his credit card was missing. So then he really started lamenting. Then I said, why are you worried too much? No, if it happens. I said, why do you anticipate that something wrong will happen? So anyway, it is lost. So what is the point in really lamenting about it? Whatever has to be done, we have to do. But then I'm just telling you, it was absolutely impossible for me, okay, to console him. He was so worried. And ultimately nothing happened. So I'm just saying, so once it just happened. See, me. So I saw it after 2 weeks or so. And say people are saying you should do this, that, etc. I said if it is mine, it is going to be mine. If it is not mine, it is not mine. So then I realized that it is not there. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, so one has to apply this Vedanta in practical life like this. See, this is what is the purpose of learning. So what is the point here? Some things which you don't like happen. So if you keep on lamenting, what are you going to gain? Anyway, that has to come. So here, why I said this was Pita Mata Griham Vasu. So this has to be across all things. Avasamatram ka kutstha sajjante natra sajjanaha. So he just says good people don't keep, okay, associating with this and so on. Bija matram, in fact, is further interesting. Okay, bija matram pita jantoho. This matra is a very interesting usage. The bija matram, normally bija means seed. Now here we have to understand. You look at this. Bija matram pita jantoho shukram shonitamevacha. He says, so you are saying father. What is father? He was only some nimitta karana in producing some fluid and it went somewhere else. So you are a upadana. Your upadana has nothing to do with previous janma, satya, father, mother, etc. It is just some material, they join together and it give rise to some other material. Okay, this is what is Charvaka. So this Charvaka view, some material, another material they join, and it has given this rise to this body. Nimitta matram is your father. So what is your connection with the father? What are you talking? Bija matram pita jantoho shukram shonitameva cha. The red and the white fluid alone is the cause for you. Sanyuktam rituman matra purushasyeha janmatat. That is how Purusha is coming into. And moreover, your father has already gone anyway. Gatassa nripatihi tatra. He has gone there where everybody has to go and he has to go. Gantavyam yatra tena vai. Pravrittiresha bhutanam tvantu mithya vihanyase. So you are saying, I have to keep my father's word, etc., etc., and you are unnecessarily troubling yourself. Not only are you troubling, you are troubling others also here. So you just come back. So finally he says, in fact, see, even here one can argue. See, there is an interesting logic in which it has been presented. If you say that Pita was only Nimitta is also a Karana, and therefore he is Karana for me, and therefore I have to be faithful to him. Suppose you say, after all, it is some Sambandha which you are creating. How can Sambandha be there if the Sambandhi itself is not there? Sambandha is a relation. So he has anyway gone. So don't worry about that. Moreover, after all, it has been given back to you by someone for whom it was meant. Prasaditaha, he is giving back. So he says, Satam buddhim puraskritya. So therefore, you better have the Satam buddhi means, so may you inculcate in you, okay, the buddhi of noble people. Puraskritya sarvaloka nidarshinim rajyam sattvam nigrinhishva. May you take back the kingdom. Bharatena prasaditaha. This is how he concludes. There are 18 verses. So if you want to speak Nastika, you should just read this. Okay? So there is nothing which is required to read other books. So these 18 verses are more than sufficient. Now, Rama starts his reply. Very quickly I will tell you. So, Javalestu vachashrutva Rama satya parakramaha. Having heard this, Jabali's vachana, Rama doesn't speak slightingly about anybody at any point. So this is one thing which we have. So here the poet describes him as satya parakrama. The strength that Rama has is the strength of truth. Satya parakramaha. So Rama satya parakramaha vacha paraya suktya buddhya vipratipannaya. Paraya suktya, the poet says, because there are very interesting dialogues which go on. So Vipratipanna means he has stated something, okay, so which is not worthy of even carefully listening. So here he says Vipratipannaya Bhavan me. Why did Jabali say? So Rama says, you thought that I will be really pleased by comforts, etc. And in order to please me, in order to make me live with a lot of comforts, you have stated this. This is what I think. Okay? So this is what he says. He doesn't say that, what is the logic in this? So you have no logic, etc. He doesn't say. So Bhavan me priyakamartham vachanam yediha. Whatever you state, yedi hoktavan. Then he says, akaryam karya sankasham. You presented in such a way that akarya used to be karya. Okay? So he is just praising him. So what a skill that you have in order to please me. You try to present the whole thing which is not to be done as something which is ought to be done. Okay. Akaryam karya sankasham. Sankasham means presenting it. Okay, it resembles as if it has to be done. So it's very skillful. Apathyam pathyasannibham. Okay, he goes on. Then he says, Satyameva andrishancham cha rajavrtam sanatanam. So Sanatanam means something which has been held high. for thousands and thousands of years. Satyameva Andisham Sancha Tasmat Satyatmakam Rajyam Satye Lokah Pratisthitaha. The entire world rests on Satya. Satye Lokah Pratisthitaha. Satyameva Ishvaro Loke Satye Dharma Samashritaha. Satyamulani Sarvani Satyahannasti Param Padam Sthiramaya Pratignyata. You are saying father is gone, mother is gone, and so on and so forth. They do not make any sense. It is only through Satya that the world has sustained for thousands and thousands of years, and Satya does not become Asatya just because some fellow disappears or appears. Okay? I have made a commitment in order to keep up the commitment of father. After all, king is supposed to set example, and my father cannot be breaking his words, and therefore he agreed, though he was in deep trouble. And I have actually promised in front of him. Sthiramaya pratignyata pratignya guru sannidhau prahrishta manasa devi. And Kaikeyi also became very pleased at that point of time. And therefore he says, I will live here in forest for the period for which I have committed to live. Okay? So, Vanavasam Vasanneva. It is in this Vanavasam Vasanneva. Okay? He may give me back, but I cannot take it. Vanavasam Vasanneva Shuchir Niyata Bhojanaha. Okay? Shuchihi Niyata Bhojanaha with limited food. Mula Pushpa Phalaihi. Whatever is available for me, I will do the Tarpanam. That is far more happier. Okay? Pitir Devas Chatarpayan Santushta Panchavargoham. So you may feel that I am in discomfort, but that is not the case for me. Santushta Panchavargoham. Panchavarga here refers to all the Panchendriyas.
Not 5 square.
So Santushta Panchavargoham. Okay? So he says Panchavarga does not mean 5 square. Santushta Panchavargoham. Vargaha here means Samuhaha. Okay? Lokayatram Pravahaye. So this, your Lokayatram Pravahaye is a very beautiful phrase. The phrase means, Lokayatra means the way the world moves. It is for the king to set the right example, for the world to move in the right direction. Okay? So I want to do the Lokayatra in such a way that the Loka, which means all the Janas, their Yatra is all the right journey that they take. Lokayatram Pravaha. This is how I want this motion to happen. Okay? Akuhaha. So you may say Pita is gone, Mata is gone, so there is no connection, all that. This is all meaningless statement. Okay? So that is the implication, because he says Shraddadhanaha. I believe in Shastra. Shraddadhanasan karya karya vichakshanaha. So the context was Akuhaha. So Akuhaha, all that you presented was, he doesn't say, but it is a Kritrima thinking. Okay? This Kritrimata was there, so behind the statement. But here I want to be Akritrimaha. Okay? So there is a beautiful line of thinking which you will be able to really cherish when you read Ramayana. Very simple but very powerful message which has been conveyed. So this Kuha in this verse is simply Kutra, but here Kuha means Kritrima. Okay? There is no connection between Kutra and Kritrima. Okay? Akuhaha Shraddadhanaha. That is how we have sometimes the phrase called Kuhakaha. Kuhakaha means Mayavi, one who creates surprises.
Kuhaka Salila.
Correct. Earlier, Kuhaka. So this is how we have to understand the phrases very clearly. Okay. So we'll stop here. Om सर्वेऽपि सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ